So yes, we are live. Great. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. So first of all, very happy Gandhi Jayanti to all of you,
Thank you.
everybody who is watching it, and yes, happy Shastri Jayanti as well. Not many people seem to notice it, but yes, he also shares the same birthday. And great. So all of you who are tuning in live on Superpro, get settled in, and we are also live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So wherever you are watching us from right now, a very good afternoon. I'm Gaurav Tripathi, your host and moderator for today's panel discussion. This is Pro Talks by Superpro.ai, and we keep bringing super pros, that is amazing professionals from different fields, where the aim always is from our side that yes, you get to listen to them, you get to learn something from them, and of course, since I'm here, yes, I also get to learn something. Today we have a very different format. Yes, we are going to have a panel discussion, and the topic is very pertinent to the current circumstances. Like, so if you are a coach, yes, how can you be a successful online coach, or uh, how to do it successfully online, your coaching business. So we are going to talk about the art and science behind doing it right. And with me, I have three very amazing super pros who are coaches, and of course, they come with a lot of decades of experience and in different fields as well. And now they have been coaches as well for many years. Yes. So I'm going to shoot questions, and we are going to see how these guys are. So one, how they have built their coaching business online, how they have transitioned online, and second, what is the advice from their side to all of those who want to go online with their coaching business? Yeah, great.
So we were discussing on is ICF certification needed?
Oh
And
wow, okay,
yeah,
great.
so two people have spoken, and I wholeheartedly agree with Srikanth and Vanndana, and I myself am not an ICF certified person. And yes, so it's your experience. So each and everyone has their experiences to share, and that's what matters. And then if you have overcome something in certain area, and you are able to let people know and let people overcome that thing, that's what matters, and that is the essence of, I think, coaching. That's what I can make out. Yeah.
It's your story that will inspire the world, or will help you. The story will help you create something so that can help the others also. It's your own kahani. It's your own story of your own life. That is what I believe.
And to people who say if you are a coach, and again, I'll just add something to it, that if
Gaurav is back.
GT is back again.
Oh, ignore me. Now I can say just ignore me. Carry on, really.
Okay.
We were passing time till the time you came.
Yes.
No, this is like, this was one of the things which I was going to talk about. That yes, how when we talk about going online, yeah, what all we should be taking care
Aware of.
Yes.
Right.
So this is one of the things. Yes. What do you do when it gets interrupted?
Right.
You keep talking. As an anchor, the first rule I teach my students who want to learn anchoring and emceeing from me, I said, you have to be a master of jugaad, master of handling the worst of situation. You're master of mismanagement, getting it back into order. That is what I believe.
Wow. Wow, great. Okay, so let me know if at all I'm going to repeat the question if you guys have already spoken about it. But yes, from my side, the first question itself was, oh no, before the question, I'm not sure if you guys had the time to introduce yourself. I didn't ask for it.
I did. I did.
So yeah, Atin,
So
Srikanth, if you haven't
I'll
introduced, please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so hi, I'll do a short introduction. Hi, I'm Atin Kumar. I'm a husband to a super passionate doctor. I'm a software engineer turned common sense design consultant. I'm an endurance cyclist, sales funnel enthusiast,
Wow.
and now I run impactfuldesigners.com. So my journey started when I was working. Definitely, I was in a 9 to 5 job, and somewhere down the line, I read Tim Ferriss till now.
Okay. Nice.
Fantastic.
Srikanth, can we
Fantastic.
have your
Yes,
story?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah. So I was.
I
in
was
the-
thinking if Gaurav is not here, they can put the questions here and I can become the moderator. Because that's my job always.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So
Srikanth.
I was in the corporate for many years. I started my career in 1990. I was in the IT industry, and the last and the longest job stint that I did was with Microsoft. In 2011, I quit because, as Atin said, I was not finding joy in the work that I was doing. Right. So though I come from a very strong technical background, for me, helping people improve their lives and helping them to become better was giving me more kicks than doing a job with an MNC. Though the pay was good, I decided to take a break, and I said, okay, in 2 years I'll figure out what I want to do. Funnily enough, I was not able to figure out what I was supposed to do in the 2 years. So I was burning the candle in both the ends. So I did a couple of startups which didn't work well, and then I said, okay, let me just take this coaching a bit more serious, and that's when I went and enrolled myself to become a coach certified by ICF. So I went through. It's a rigorous program. I went through it, and then of course I started coaching people, corporates, executives one-on-one basis. I also worked for a startup in the Indian traditional wellness space as a head of operations. This is a venture started by one of my friends, so he wanted some help. When he was looking for a technology head, and he reached out to me about 4 years ago, I said, technology, I don't want to do. If anything else, that I'm willing to become part of it. So 2 years ago, I joined him, and then we were doing extremely well because we were getting international travelers to come to India and go through Indian traditional programs like Ayurveda, yoga, naturopathy, etc. Pandemic hit us very badly, very badly. So international travel stopped, and even domestic travel stopped. So the business went down south, and we were at home. And as Vanndana, you mentioned, you were figuring out a way to, find out where the income is coming from. And that's when I thought, okay, I got so much of experience, knowledge, everything put together. So let me put a program together and see whether.
There.
Okay.
To add an element of coaching, what I do is I do live sessions every week. So that I've included in the mix. So I get together with community every Tuesday 7:30 p.m. we have a live session. So I do a live coaching session. So again, themes keep on changing. Sometimes it's the Q&A. Sometimes I coach them directly. So that is there as part of my coaching. And then definitely yes, there is a one-to-one element which is on a more high ticket basis and if someone really needs and they really are not able to push through, then yes, then I work with them one-to-one.
Right. How about you, Srikanth?
So incidentally, right now, my one-on-one coaching programs, it can vary from 3 months to 6 months, and I do a one-on-one coaching session. The duration is anywhere between 75 minutes to 90 minutes. It's a gap of like 2 weeks in between, and then that is very specific to that particular individual, right? So that when I do the first session, we do the goal setting, and then after that, it's all about coaching. So I just want to clarify something here. My coaching approach is I'm not an expert in the area that somebody is looking for a solution. I'm an expert in coaching, right? So I truly believe that everybody has got their problems in their head, and they also have the answers in their head. So when they come to me with a problem, they come from their perspective, right? So I'm actually not coaching for them to solve the problem. Right? I'm just coaching on their mindset so that they will find a solution for their own problem that
I
they
do the
have.
same.
Yeah, right. So that's what I do. So that is the one-on-one coaching. In a group coaching, what happens is that because um, about 80% of the time when I do the group coaching, it's about I'm sharing information so that they should know, so they get equipped. For example, the current coaching program that I'm doing about know yourself to grow yourself. So when I ask people, do you know what your strengths are? Like they're like, some people are very clueless. I mean, they don't know what their strengths are. Do you know what? Do you understand your personality type? A lot of people don't have awareness over that. I tell them, hey, do you know that if you want to grow in your life, and especially in your life as a person, also in your career, your emotional intelligence is more important than your IQ. Do you know that? I mean, they are clueless. So these are things that I'm sharing as information. I use some time tested tools like the Gallup's Clifton's Strength Finder, and then there is another personality tool, very widely used, very old tool called the Enneagram tool, and stuff like that, so that they become aware of themselves. So that is the first part that I do in my current coaching program called the Know Yourself. Once that is done, and the next program, of course, is to grow themselves, and that is where I talk about how to go about setting goals in depth, right? Uh, and you'll be surprised that a lot of people don't know how to set goals. So
Yeah.
they come with a wish list. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I mean, no specific reason. They don't know the why. I mean, they want to do it because somebody else has done it. It may not be for them, right? It's not for them. It's to keep somebody happy and stuff like that, right? And then that is where I start uh, coaching people. And I mean, it's very surprising. Sometimes I ask you, what I would you know? Can you tell me your core values? And they're like totally clueless. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, they are not able to differentiate between their true values and their beliefs. Yeah.
Beliefs.
So
They're
Atin was
both
talking
different.
about he's
Yeah.
coming from the Harvaker School of
Yeah.
coaching. So I have also done a couple of programs with Harvaker, Tony Robbins, and stalwarts like that. So the primary focus is about helping them to break their limiting beliefs. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Coding.
how can they reframe their limiting beliefs to a unlimiting belief and just move forward? So that's what I do as coaching. In the group coaching, what happens is, as I told you, 80% of the time in the group coaching, I'm providing information so that they can take that information and put that into practice. Because I do a blend. Group coaching, I'm in the sessions, I'm actually teaching them. In the one-on-ones, I'm coaching them, right? Um, so in the sessions, I'm talking 80% of the time, they're talking about 20% of the time. In the one-on-one sessions that I do, they are talking 80% of the time. I'm talking to them 20% of the time, because I want them to talk, because their answers are there in their subconscious, right? So my
Absolutely.
role is to get it up so that they can bring it up, and then they can reflect on it and take
Right.
action. So that's why I keep telling people, my role as the coach is to make sure that
Whole every cell of your body should speak. So that is
uh,
what that is the module. Then fourth module is all about spirituality. All about spirituality. It's again a 2-hour module where I coach them how they can tame their subconscious mind. It's a part of my Enkindle program. What you said, I have a similar program like that. How you can train your subconscious mind to achieve anything you want in life.
right, right,
Manifestations,
right,
yeah. What are affirmations? How do you write them? The 11-step process. How to get it into their system so that they
right,
are thinking only positive 24/7. That's my fourth module. But it's a very short and crisp module. It's not as detailed as in Kindle the Phenomenal You. And then my fifth module is components of a perfect speech.
mm,
My fourth module has a lot of spirituality in it. It has a lot of essence of Bhagavad Gita, and from all the, because see, I'm a very spiritual person. A lot of it, a lot of strength that I've I have found in life has come from these spiritual texts.
Right.
I've learned a lot from them. Gita, the Holy Bible. I've incorporated a lot of things from there, you know, because a lot of affirmations have actually come from Lord Krishna's, you know, Updesh. They've all come from there. So that I've incorporated in my affirmation thing. Because the vidhi of puja is exactly like the affirmation. जो हमारी पूजा की विधि, which is given in our Vedas, is exactly same as the affirmation. In fact, it's much deeper. In affirmations, we don't do gratitude. In puja, when you're praying to your divine or whoever you believe in, you give gratitude in the end, even before the affirmation has come true. So that's my, so that's the model. And last is components of a perfect speech, which is what are the important parts of a speech? Pace, volume. How do you pace your speech? How do you garnish it with stories? How do you write your presentation? So the advanced level of this public speaking course is all about content creation. Content creation, how to write a perfect speech, which can actually hold your audience forever. Yeah, so this is a short program. It's called as Public Speaking Prowess, PSP. Then my second program is called Enkindle the Phenomenal You, which is approximately for 12 weeks. So it's a 3-month program, 12 weeks. So that one is, I take them one session per week. I take it one-on-one also, and I take it in group also. And as you said, I am in the one-on-one, I'm coaching them. In the group, I am teaching them. There I'm telling more. And in one-on-one, I'm coaching them. I want them to come up with all the belief system, the limiting belief system. So I first make them realize what their sanskaras are. What are the moral values that they have been brought up with? I call them sanskaras. Then once they discover that, I give them a grid and all, so they have to find out which are the values which are closest to their heart. Which, if gets hurt, if it gets like hit upon, they will not be comfortable. You know, be it love, and they're not getting love in the work that they're doing. So you know, they will not be able to be happy. So then the next step is discover what your imprints are. Imprints are the limiting beliefs which don't allow you to progress in life. Then I come to then I teach them how to make decisions so that they reach the right outcomes, which are the goals, their targets. They put them through a system so that they can reach the right target, the right goal, the right outcome. Then I take them through a decision-making wheel. Of course, personality types happens in the beginning only. Which personality type are you? And then finally, putting everything together and discovering the unstoppable, you know, the phenomenal person that you are, which was always there inside you and you never knew about it. This is the second program. And then the third one is called the Dias Maestro. The Dias Maestro is only for anchors and MCs who want to be MCs. There I go into details. Of course, I do the part of public speaking progress, plus I give them external grooming, personality development, what to wear, how to carry yourself, how to behave with the clients, how to deal with your clients, poise, how to hold the mic, the distance of the mic, how you managing crisis management. So all that I teach in that module, Dias Maestro. Then I have a module for the pageant girls. That is more of a personality grooming and communication skills. So that's for beauty pageant models. So these 4 are the major ones. And PSP is doing very well. Enkindle the Phenomenal You is doing very well. Dias Maestro is doing very well. But because of the corona, the catwalk, the model thing is not happening much. So yeah, so happily 3 are working very well. So now I'm planning, I take group and one-on-one also. But now I'm tying up with some, I don't know anything about social media marketing. I'm zero in it.
Hey,
so
sorry,
what I'm,
Vanna, yes.
Negative encode.
We'll come to that. Now, good that you spoke about the modules, and Srikanth also spoke about what. So you guys, both of you spoke about the one-on-one coaching group and how it happens and how it's been happening. And I know the kind of program that Atin has been taking as well. Here, So we started with, yes, the impact of COVID. Now the biggest impact has been that, yes, now you cannot really do the physical sessions wherein you had people,
Right.
I mean, in front of you physically.
Right.
So how it has really impacted the quality of sessions, yeah, that you have been taking? Do you see a difference that when you were doing in physical session, in physical meetings, when people are there with you, and now that you are doing it online over a video call? Yeah, what is the difference? Do you see? Do you see a difference in the quality from your end? How is it?
Go ahead,
Okay.
Atin.
So
Yeah,
I've
I
been
think
doing
what,
online ever since. So I think this is targeted to you both. I've been doing
right.
online programs
Okay.
ever
Yeah.
since.
Okay.
So,
No, in
Then we have
fact,
to learn from you.
yeah, no, it's a good question, Gaurav. In fact, when I moved from on a face-to-face to online, I was a little reluctant, right? So what happens is, especially in during a face-to-face session, there are a lot of cues that you get from the body language of the individual,
Yeah.
right? I mean, Vanndana is an expert in communication. She will agree. Um, the body language gives a lot of cues. Yeah, in public speaking, also they say that your body speaks more than the words that you speak. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you
100%.
yeah you happen to pick up a lot of things from the tone of the voice and the body language where the person in front of you is talking, and the unspoken words that you pick up, and you can feel them because they are in front of you. And your intuition tells you, ask this question, because the coaching is all about you being in the moment and asking questions to the client who is in front of you, right? And you get a good connection with the client when the client is in front of you. I was very reluctant to go online. um, However, I must say that the results have been very, very positive, very, very positive, except for sometimes where your connectivity issues plays havoc, like the
Yeah.
one that is playing
Yeah.
on you
Yeah.
right now, where the voice drops and the video distorts and all that. I would say 90% it has been very effective, very, very effective. Uh, so that also in a way it is good, because as a coach we are taught that you should pause, so that you ask a question to the client and pause, so that the client will process the question inside the head and find the answers, right? So because you're online now, that you're forced you're forced to pause a lot. Because
True.
you want to be
True.
sure, because you don't know whether the screen has frozen in front of you or
Yeah.
the client is thinking, so you take an extra time to pause.
Uh,
Yeah. True.
so
I couldn't agree
you,
more.
Vanna, what's your
Yeah,
experience?
yeah. See, of course, teaching and coaching in person was amazing. You get to read the body language, as he
Yeah.
said. My girl would walk into my where I'm coaching, my office, and looking at her body language, I could make out that this is her problem, this is her problem, this is her problem. And then she would be shocked, how do you know I'm facing this problem? So you could actually read a lot of things from their body language, and that that you really do miss. And of course, the warmth and the love of your students that you used to get in person, and the hugs they would give you, for being a phenomenal coach or a great teacher, that you really miss, the proximity you really miss. And as you say, when you are in front of a person, I work on vibes, positive vibes and negative. I give them a lot of positivity, so that once the course is over, they go back as like very positive people from the negative people they had come to me. So that vibe you are not able to give. But the good part of it, the best part about the online is, now you can coach anybody anywhere in the world, be it Australia, be it America. I have
yes.
clients from US. Anywhere you can have your clients. You have to just be sitting in the comfort of an AC room and doing your coaching session. You should have a great Wi-Fi. So now I have upgraded my Wi-Fi. I've got 2 Wi-Fis installed in my house. If this is not working, this is immediately keep on switching. The class should not suffer. The sessions should not suffer. And of course, but on the funnier side, you can be wearing shorts at the bottom and a shirt on the top. That's all that matters. You can be in the you don't have to be wearing a business suit and your trousers. That's a plus point. And of course, even in the screen, you can make out a lot about your student, though not that much, but yes, you can make out that what is going through that person's head, what is jogging through his mind, or what is jogging through her mind. You can make out, and and it has how it's better than one way. How it is better than live session is, I can give my PPT presentations. I don't need an LED screen. I don't need a projector. All I need is a keynote presentation on my MacBook Pro and just share my screen, and I can coach them everything what I want. Of course, and if they don't want to take notes, they can. I allow them to take screenshots. That's more. Go ahead. Nobody can steal my my course from me because it's copyrighted. So So I did one thing very intelligent. When I made the courses, being a lawyer myself, I got all my courses copyrighted. So so one thing good is now they have their screenshots. They have visual savings of what I was coaching, along with the notes. They can tally them. This my pointers and everything. They can. So it's like a revision for them.
Right.
So I think in many ways it is better than the one-on-one coaching. And you don't have to drive out in a hot weather anywhere, but in many ways it's much better.
Would it be right to say that at least to some extent going online has made you more productive? If I just talk about
absolutely.
Two things. One is actually productive for the coach as a person and also for the client as a person, because their commuting is not there. All that is taken.
That's what I said. No commuting.
When I was doing face-to-face sessions whether the client had to come to me or I had to go to the client, and especially in Bangalore, you go through the traffic. It's by the time you reach
terrible. You're done.
You take another 20 minutes to kind of ground yourself. And then, it's a lot of difficult stuff happening for you. Here, you just have to, that the commute is not there. That itself has taken the pressure off your head. And what has happened also is that online coaching has made coaching affordable for the client.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
True. Otherwise, if I'm going to visit the client, I would have, padded my commute time also, because that is the time that I'm on the road doing nothing. You're going to pay for it, right?
Yes.
So that has become affordable for the client, and of course going online and especially the group coaching. Group coaching. For the same 12-week the group coaching that I do for the individuals, I have leveraged time for myself. So that also has made it affordable, the coaching affordable for the individual. So they're getting pretty much the same value that I would provide on a one-on-one thing, maybe for 1/3 of the price that a one-on-one client would pay. That's amazing value for the individuals.
But I would just like to add something to this. It's been very good for the coaching business, but for stage shows, it's very bad. Because, when you're on the stage, you're anchoring, you're thousands of audience in front of you, the kind of reaction you get, the response you get, it's crazy. It's crazy. You're signing autographs after every show, about to do a singing show. That is all missing. So I think for coaching, it's been good, but for those kind of events, it's not great.
So Atin, you have been online, or I'll say you have been rather an online first.
I've been an online first, yes.
But in this, last 8-10 years that you have been evolving and you have been doing this online, what have you seen change over a period of time, and then of course the change that you see just after March?
Okay. So see, online was always there. So because I also saw many successful coaches online. I followed them, got mentored, and it was there. People were doing it right. Okay. And of course, it was at a low price point. So definitely, it was on the more affordable side. And then it was widely reached, and because it was online, it was do once and then, because it's a video based format, so you just record once and it's there for the whole lifetime. So yes, so low cost factor was there, and people were accepting it. That was fine, but they had certain hesitations in paying a high amount online, and that was a barrier. When you suddenly charge so much online without having a low cost product first, so that many people were doing, and that was something which was not really working. Okay. You needed to, when you're online, so either you are very famous, or when you're starting out, you need to have something which should have a low price point, which is affordable to people. As in, they need to take that step with you. Okay, a small step only. And after COVID, what happened was suddenly, doors were closed, so no one goes out, and people are at home. Maybe jobs were lost, and especially for me, in my space, things have been good. I got my lead cost half. So my lead costs were half. I do online ads, and everything suddenly cut down to half. So I was very happy, because yes, that was the effect of COVID. And because more and more people are online, and they were looking, and many of them were looking to do something which I was teaching. So that got me more acceptance. Suddenly I started getting more attendance into my webinars. I started getting more acknowledged by people that yes, this is what. And I would say that those who have actually upped their marketing game during the COVID times, for them, they'll suddenly see the change. Change has been there, and it's a positive change, especially for coaches who have upped their marketing game. And yes, see, if you believe in your product, then definitely people are going to get benefited. There's no second thoughts about it. So before COVID, for me, it was like, okay, things were going, I might have reached there maybe in another year, but COVID happened. My marketing continued. My costs got reduced, so I got more people, and my pace was fastened. So that was the COVID effect for me. And I am a very positive person, so I see that yes, COVID is opportunity in disguise. That's what
Absolutely.
and I tell people
100%.
that, and I tell people that also, because everything is online. People are online now, so what's stopping you from doing freelancing online? So what's stopping you from doing that?
Right.
So yeah, so for me, yes, there has been an increase in pace, so it's a positive effect for me.
And
As far as coaching goes.
what about you guys,
No,
Srikanth and
it's the same thing for me. I think I
Same thing.
mentioned this when you were like struggling with your tech. So for me, personally, I completely agree with Atin. Lot many people, it has been a struggle. For me, I think I reinvented myself during the pandemic.
wow.
Uh, uh, I'm an ultra marathoner, so people reached out to me saying that, hey, now that we can't go out to run and all that, would you tell us what we should be doing during the lockdown? I said, see, I do my workouts in the mornings. If you want, I can just do a video session and you can be a part of it. And that's how it started.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
people said, hey, you are doing such an awesome job. Can we just continue this even after the lockdown? What do you think? I said, yeah, if you're going to pay me for it, let's do it. So that's how I became a fitness coach as well. So somebody asked this question: do you have to be an ICF certified person to be a coach? So the same question people ask me: hey, how are you a fitness coach? Do you have any certification? I say, I have no certification. No certification, right?
Hmm.
I know what it is what it takes to run an ultra marathon. I know it, right? And if you want to move from a coach to a 5K or a 10K or 21K, I can help you, right? And it so happened, a lot of people don't believe that just February, one lady from my apartments reached out to me. But that's the time that I finished my Mumbai marathon, and I just come back, and a lot of buzz in the apartment complex. Hey, Srikanth has finished the Mumbai marathon, blah blah blah, and they keep seeing me running almost every alternate day. So this lady asked me, can I also run? I said, yeah, who's stopping? You got 2 legs, you can run, man. She said, no, I got arthritis. How do I run? I said, arthritis is an excuse, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people say that arthritis means you should be careful about the knees, blah blah blah. The thing is, arthritis, your knees weak, it doesn't mean that you should not run. You make your knees strong and you can run. So let's do this. Let's get into a rhythm and routine, and I help you to strengthen yourself. So just before the COVID, we started working on that. Running basics, there are simple basics like, Atin knows in cycling parlance what is cadence. So similar to that, there's something called cadence and heart rate and pace and this and that. So very basics, yeah. What is the difference between walking and running? Yeah. And then virtual sessions I did. When I was doing the virtual session, I said, just join and just go through the strength training program. So she has never run in her, and she's in the mid-40s. She had never run in the last, I don't know what many years. She started running.
Wow.
And then sometime in June, she called me and said, hey, Srikanth, you know what? I ran non-stop for 10 kilometers today.
Wow.
I said, wow, fantastic. And then she went to town, she put it in Facebook and all that. People, so she tagged me. So when she tagged me, people reached out to me in my messenger. I don't even know these people. They have become clients.
Wow.
So a lot of good things have happened. So would I have imagined that I would coach people on fitness? Never. Right? I have positioned myself as an executive coach, and that's what I want to do. Fitness, I never want to do. So I just take 1 more minute. This is very important. I have to mention this. I have a client based out of the US who signed for a one-on-one coaching program. So I said, we'll do a 6 months. This person said, I'll do a 3 months and I'll figure out whether I want to extend it. I said, okay, it's up to you. So in the first goal setting session, the first session is the goal setting session. We just talk about so many things: your career, your family, your relationship, your this, that, and so many other things. And the one thing that he wanted to pick up was fitness. And the reason that he wanted to pick up fitness was that he said, if I can get to my peak fitness levels, a lot many other things will get sorted, and also it'll bring discipline in my life so that I can start rubbing into so many other areas. I said, okay, fantastic. And he just got into that. And I have 3 months is supposed to be a six sessions in 3 months. In the 4 sessions that I did, we have only spoken about fitness. And I'm asking, are you sure you don't want to talk about anything? He said, no. He said, nothing. He said, the money I've invested on this coaching program, it's good if I can get this fitness sorted out, because I know that everything else I will get it sorted out. Right? Everything else is getting sorted out for him. In fact, he said, when I signed up with you in the beginning, I was in 2 minds whether I should do a 3 months, 6 months. Now I'm convinced that I'm going to extend it. Right? So let me sort out the remaining stuff in the next 3 months. These 3 months, let me get the fitness sorted out.
Okay.
Yeah. So significant improvement in meaning he has not lost too much of weight, but the resting heart rate, which was about 70 and all, it has come below 60, and he's so happy. He said, I'm able to get proper sleep and this and that and stuff like that. And it's impacting him in many ways, because he becomes so energetic that he's able to, focus on the work and the family and this and that, and so many other things. Yeah.
So, Vanna, what about you? What have you seen post-COVID effect on going online?
Well, yeah, the effect I've seen is that, as you mentioned, that you people are more online now. So when you're putting out something on your Facebook, right now I haven't started the ads. I'm planning to start the ad on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Insta. I'm planning to do that. For that, I will be taking somebody for marketing. So let's say. So, but once you start putting out your courses there, that the batches are starting, people out of the blue have whom you don't even know have started approaching you, and they have always been following your YouTube videos of how you speak. They know you're a brilliant speaker. So when they can actually say that this lady has started a public speaking course, which better person to learn from? She's herself so brilliant. She will definitely make us a great speaker too. It's like, in spirit, my spiritual my module calls mental workouts a pathway to success. I have a module in that I tell you there are two ways of going ahead in life. Either you keep on working for years and years and years, be it your relationship, be it family, be it fitness, anything, or you come with a in contact with a person who's already very good. That person will pull you up. That's what a coach does. So, so that's what they realize, that if she's putting out these courses, the course has to be good. So it was like a validation. It was like a validation for them. So, so it really worked very well for me. And now what I'm planning to do is, develop these marketing strategies and get somebody who will just put it out there so that I get lots of people in my webinars and then convert those leads into clients. So now this is my next step. That is what I'm planning. So I've been a little busy with my father and all. I've been a little busy. Otherwise, I would have started this much earlier. So this is my next, and it has been a great shift for me. Really great.
So since yeah, sure.
One more thing. As Srikanth had said that people ask you, are you certified fitness trainer? Similarly, when these people have their groups and apps, where you can upload your profile as a life coach or a transformation coach. So they asked me, where's your certification? So I felt that even before I started my coaching training, I was already helping people out. I was already helping through a system that I already had in place. This coaching certification will only add on to it. But when you don't need to be certified in order to teach something online or offline. So yeah, that was what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Good. So all three of you have been through a different journey while going online. Yeah. So now this question is about if you can reflect back on your own journey and see. So if somebody, let's say, of course, I assume almost a lot of coaches have already gone online, but there is still would be a lot more possibly who are still not sure whether they should go, full power on going online, or how should they go online. So when you were when you decided to go online first, yeah, what was your preparation level? What did you need to do before you could say that yes, now I can go online, now I can start delivering my coaching sessions online?
Okay.
Yeah, Atin first.
So I'll start. Sorry for that. Yeah. So I had to go through a lot of mental transformation first, because I had never ever publicly spoken before. It's been only 1.5 years when I've started to actually put out videos and do videos. And even first of my the very first video which I put out, it was very horrible. I was sweating. There was so much of nervousness, and I really had to push through my mental block. And for that, I was already going through some kind of mentorship. And yes, so I had to prepare myself. But the main thing is I knew that yes, it's I had to do this. If I have to improve, if I have to actually help people out, I have to do this. So yes, that thought coupled with that, for me it was that preparation, that mental transformation which was needed. That yes, I had to speak out. Otherwise, nothing would happen. I'll be where I am, like where I was, and nothing would happen. So yes, so I did not undertake any public speaking sessions per se, but I worked on myself. going through my limiting beliefs that yes, it was all there in my mind. So I had been part of that journey. I was undergoing that thing, and during that thing, this online thing picked up, and I did my very first video. I was very nervous, but yes, again, with a proper environment, I was in a safe community, and there was a lot of appreciation. And yes, I was able to put out my first video online. It was a video recorded from phone, talking about my backstory. Okay, and it's very raw video. Then uh, I have a very flat voice, and I don't even use voice modulation, and I've done nothing. It was a very flat speaking. It was like I was scripted. It was scripted, and it actually was. I had written down the points, and now I look at it, and I've been doing that now continuously. So that was bad. Then next day I put out another video. Next day another video, and suddenly I start to see improvement happening, and that also acted as a validation onto myself, and it also became a material for my students that yes, if I can
Great.
do it, you can do it.
So if I have to summarize, I would say it was about being consistent in putting the effort behind
Yes,
it, right?
yes, consistent efforts. Yes.
What about you, Srikanth?
Yeah. So for me, I think speaking was not an issue. Unlike Vanndana, who's a born speaker, I was not a born speaker. Right? So I had an issue with public speaking. I'm sure some of you must be knowing called the international organization called the Toastmasters.
Toastmaster.
So I had enrolled for a Toastmasters program in 2006, and in 3 years I just blazed through the journey and became one of the fastest distinguished Toastmasters in the world. Yeah, 3 years I was there and I got it done, and that's all I wanted to get it done and just got it done. So speaking, I overcame the fear of speaking in public. So for me, the biggest thing was how see when you have so much of experience and you want to, of course, let people benefit from the experience that you have. The decision, what unless you have a niche, right? You can't target a group of people, so you can't be a coach for everybody, right? And also, all of us know that a specialist, if you're a doctor as a specialist, you can attract more money and provide more value than being a general physician, and all of us know that. So that is something that for me the struggle was, what is the niche that I was going to choose, and if I can narrow down the niche, then I'll be able to target the audience. So that is where my struggle was. So that took me about 2 months to sort that out. So once I sorted that out, when I say sort that out, I went for me to find the niche and then design the program. It took about 2 months. Once it was done, this thought about should I go Facebook way, should I go LinkedIn way, all that headache was there. I mean, that headache is still there for me. I mean, to be very honest with you, I said, let me do what is well known for me. I will use my WhatsApp contacts, and I had a very beautiful brochure done. My son is part of this crime that we are doing together, so he did a very beautiful brochure, and we put it in the WhatsApp contacts, and also I put it in LinkedIn, and the response was fantastic response. So I said, okay, I'm doing an introduction call on this particular program on this particular day. If you're willing, just enroll for it. And on the first call I did, 25 people enrolled, 4 people signed up. Second call, 15 people showed up, 3 people signed up, and the third call, 5 people showed up, and 2 people signed up, and I got 10 numbers. Right. So as Vanndana said, I am also not yet sure how I'm going to leverage the LinkedIn and the Facebook and stuff like that, right? So now that I know Atin, I'm going to pick his brains outside this conversation, right? So that we will do, and we of course know. See, I read a lot. I consume a lot, especially read a lot of books, and there are people who have written books 10 years ago, even before Instagram was there. I mean, Twitter and Facebook was so the leading players, or YouTube. They said, okay, the digital space is going to change the way that we are going to do work. Yeah, these are people who predicted it's going to happen. Now it's happened, right? I also happened to be part of one of Tony Robbins' virtual program about a couple of weeks
Virtual.
ago. He did a four days of program, 10 hours each day for like almost 10 and a half to whatever, 12 hours, 50 hours, 12,000 people, 12,000 people virtual across the globe. That's the power that the online has gone. So of course there are some experiences that you can't create in the virtual world, but he managed to create that kind of thing. Okay, I mean, he's in a very different league. So that's a very
Yeah, of
different
course.
story.
So,
Yeah.
Srikanth, for you, it was then finding the niche
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
right? That was.
yeah.
So, for you, Vanna, what was the preparation to go online? What was it?
Well, the preparation to go online was, of course, first of all, I didn't know anything about Zoom calls. I didn't know anything about Geo Meets. I didn't know anything about Cisco. I didn't know. I was clueless. I'm a live stage person, jumping, kicking ass and anchoring. I'm a live wire. I'm a live wire. So that was a big challenge to learn all these things. To figure out Zoom, but I am very fast. Once I start learning, it doesn't take me much time. I figure out everything. So yeah, so that was a big challenge for me, which I figured out. That I then there was another challenge that with the Zoom meeting, free one, 40 minutes it'll get over. So what do you do? Then I discovered, and then if you're doing one-on-one, it'll my sessions are for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It stays for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But if you have a group, like I have a batch of 5, I have a batch of 2, I have a batch of, and my youngest, my client is 12 years old, and my oldest is 61 years old. So, and having them together or separate, splitting them into batches. Now that was a challenge. How to, and time management, which time to give to which batch. I had to adjust according to them also, so that they are happy. And then that I figured out that Geo was the best. Geo I could use nonstop for free, and I could then I discovered there's something called as a screen recorder. So I could record my entire. So I was upgrading. I had to upgrade myself, and then I had to buy a ring light. I had to buy. I bought an H1N mic. Learn how to figure it out. How to, if I have to record it on a DSLR, how to mute the DSLR volume and take the output. I had figured out everything, and thank you so much, YouTube. May you live forever. I learned everything by YouTube videos. I had to just switch this on. Okay, mute. Go into manual. Okay, make the recording scene. Like, I learned everything on YouTube. My preparation was all was my learning about all these things from online. Then second, what I had to do was, figure out what will I coach in my first module, what will I coach in my second module, what will I coach in my third, fourth, fifth, whatever, as per the thing. Then after that, how would my PPTs progress? It's not too much of information on the PPTs, because the information has to come from here, not from the PPT. PPTs are just pointers. I didn't even know how to make PPTs. I was that bad. I had somebody used to hire for. I used to hire for my PPTs. That was another learning. I learned how to make keynotes and PPTs. Now I'm learning OBS, how to live stream from OBS to Facebook to LinkedIn to Twitter. So it was a big learning for me. So these were the preparations I had to do. And then I made a small ad on Canva, and then I wrote down who am I? I first few lines about myself. Then what is the course all about? Public speaking prowess, PSP, module 1, there's module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5, and finally you become an iconic speaker. So I made a nice ad, and that ad I shot out to all my WhatsApp friends, my groups, event industry people, whoever I knew, my spiritual group, this group, all my groups, I shot it out. And from that, I didn't hold any virtual webinars, which I plan to do now to get more, to leverage more. So from that WhatsApp forwards and Facebook ads and Instagram ads, I got about 20 students from just this. This was like personal marketing. And right now, with one-on-one, of course, are paying me a good amount. Group ones, I'm charging them much less. So, but a lot of my contacts are these socialites in Bombay and Delhi who want to become good speakers. Now, since everything is becoming virtual, they want to be a good speaker because otherwise they sound very boring on a live chat.
Yeah.
So on these socialites have a lot of money. So there I'm charging more, and my group, the common people who are coming to me, I'm charging them nominal. So I had it was a very good response that I got. Now webinars is the thing I think I should start, the free webinars from where you get your conversions. So I think that is what I'll be focusing on. But before that, I am looking out for a marketing. I'm already talking to a few people, the marketing person who knows social media like in and out, everything he knows, so that we have a deal where he becomes my partner. So whatever I earn, I do my revenue sharing.
Wow.
So yeah. So see, we take out the expenditures. Expenditure can be this shirt. Expenditure can be anything, my makeup, anything. We take out all the expenditures, and what the profit comes, we do it on a percentage basis.
Okay,
So
let me
plan.
call you. Let me call you one. I'll call you on that separate.
Because I know my course is going to be like this academy is going to be like $1 billion company by 2022. I'm sure, because the kind of response I'm getting is phenomenal. I'm coaching people who are CEOs. I'm coaching IITians, people working in the IT industry in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, and the kind of testimonials I'm getting is phenomenal. It's amazing.
So on the side note, Vanna, I should say you should probably create another program which should cover all the preparation that you did really. While listening to you, I see you are a bigger geek than probably me and Atin combined.
just have a look behind. Do you see that ring light and the stand right behind? That's lying there on that drawer. So I figured that out. You know how to do that. But the thing is that you should be very eager to learn at any age. Be any age. You should be so eager to learn. Like once I started singing, I wanted to make my own tracks, karaoke tracks, so that I don't buy. They were in 2002, 2003. Each track used to cost around 30 to 40,000, and I was not charging that much for my clients to to spend on making tracks. So I downloaded Nuendo, a crack version Nuendo from a studio friend of mine. He gave it to me on my hard drive. I learned Nuendo completely. I started making my music tracks on my own by taking clips and putting a drum beat here and a tabla here. So, you should be willing to learn. I think if only thing constant, as Heraclitus said, the Greek philosopher, is change. And until you don't accept change with a very positive mindset, you cannot reach ahead in life. You cannot. You'll be stuck there.
Great. So here since we started talking about online marketing and everything, I'll bring the topic to the so the sensitive thing, that's pricing. So it's good that you spoke about, yes, when we used to do face to face in physical setting, used to charge a lot and now we are saving this much time, so actually we can charge less and everything. But still, it's not about charging more or less. It's about what's the right price. So how do you price your coaching sessions, your program? How do you go about figuring out the right price for it? So with you,
very good question. Very good question.
Yeah, good question. Yes. So to figure out the right pricing, so GT, I'll tell you in a language that you will understand. You should always test it out. Okay, just like startups are testing out the products, pricing is the thing you should always be testing out. Okay, and especially if you're targeting Indian crowd, and then again, so as Srikanth said, you should know your target market well. So if you're targeting someone who's a CEO and above, then you can afford to charge high. But if you're charging someone who's at a middle management position, then definitely you should keep somewhat limited rates. Then next level is don't always keep one rate again. So you need to have your funnels defined. So it's like level 1 or level 2 or level 3. So a person should take that step with you, and then that person should be able to pay you more. You really can't expect, if you are not famous, you can't expect that person will pay you more. So especially online, a lot of entry level products are cheaper. I'll put a price range to it, less than 5,000 rupees. Okay. So again, that also depends on a target market. I've seen products as less as 99 rupees also, and they work phenomenally well, right? And again, you should put only that much amount of matter into it. You should not feel that yes, it's your life's work and you're selling it for 99 rupees. Okay. But yeah, so if you have priced your funnel right, so you can start from as low as 200, 300 bucks just to cover your marketing cost, right? So, okay, I'll talk more in a as in cost basis. So let's say you are spending 200 rupees and you got one person on your webinar, okay, and let's say you have 50 attendees, okay, so 50 into 200 comes to 10,000 rupees, right? If 10 people buy, okay, so let's consider 20%. Yes, so out of 50, if 10 people buy and you sell a 500 rupees product, so 10 into 500 becomes 5,000, okay, and you are break even roughly. So if you're spending, so again, you need to consider your marketing costs also to recover that. Okay, so
So it
that's
should
how
be
pricing
aligned
also.
with your marketing, with your
Yes.
so cost. Essentially, you should keep it in mind that okay, what's your cost, and then you should think
Price,
about the
yes.
pricing. Okay.
So
Uh,
I like to add one more
yeah.
thing. So even as freelancers, what we do is the pricing that we calculate is how much money we need to live, and then we divide it by number of days we want to work, and that is our own internal pricing. That's how we charge, right? So similarly, if you are spending something, so just to cover that cost, you need to have that level 1 of product,
Okay.
entry level.
Your comment, Srikanth.
Okay, I have a very different pricing strategy. Okay, so one of my coaches who used to coach me mentioned to me some time ago. This was about 10 years ago. He said that 10% of the income that you make should be invested in you. Okay, not invest in anything else, in your own personal development. I go by that rule. So I said, okay, I just take a price. Okay, I can just tell the price that I'm doing the person 12-week group coaching program. It's at 75,000 rupees per participant, right? So if I'm looking at somebody to invest 75,000 rupees, okay, that's 10% of their income. So I'm looking at somebody who is at least making about 8 to 10 lakhs per annum. So that's my target audience, right? I just fix my target audience. And then in this money that they are going to invest, what is the, I have to provide them twice the value. So, right, the twice the value, it has to come by the way that the information that I'm going to share with them, right, and the value that I'm going to bring them for them during those group coaching sessions and the one-on-one session. So when they invest that money, they should know that, hey, I know that I'm going to take twice of the amount that I'm going to spend. So that's not going to happen in the end of the 12th week, at least by 6 months or end of the year. So 3 months is an investment that they made for the program. By end of the year, they would have seen, twice the value of the program, right? So I make that when I do my introduction calls, actually I break the cost and show it to them. I show it to them, right? And a couple of my coaches who are known to me, they wanted to be part of my first introduction call. They said it blew their mind. They couldn't believe that I can be so transparent, right? And that's it. So I think so, and also everything goes by a ratio, right? So I also was told, some time ago when I was attending a program, you talk to 10 people, 3 people will sign up. Go by that, right? And you if you get the right people, so that 10 people may become 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, so that's where you need to target the audience, and that is what we need to figure out, right? So pricing is something, it's go with your gut. That's all I can say.
No, the formula which you gave really, if you have a
I like
target audience in mind. I mean, 10% of it, yes. I mean, that pretty much makes sense. Of course, the target audience is right. Yeah, should click. What about you, Vanna?
Well, I said I'm not good in marketing. Another thing that was as a negative belief system I've had. Now I'm becoming very good in marketing because my affirmations. I'm a marketing diva. I'm a marketing diva. So similarly, I had a negative coding that I cannot manage finances. I don't know how to ask for money. It was my negative affirmation that I had in my head. So how I started was introductory course. I gave very basic as for the course from 2000, and I circulated it all on the WhatsApp groups. But I didn't give that 2000 cost to the people who are really earning well. For them, I made a separate message where I changed the costing to 25,000. So because those people already those people who are like really well off, they know that Vandana is a great speaker. Vandana speaks brilliantly, and if she's giving a program to us, we will definitely become brilliant speakers. So the small cost ad got me a lot of people who could afford that, afford that, just that 1,999 price. And the one that I sent it to the people who were a little more influential with more kind of income, they agreed to sign up at that 25,000 without even asking for a bargain or can you please reduce it or anything. No, nothing. For them, in 25,000, if they can become, can I? Their first question was, can I speak as brilliantly as you? I said, definitely. Take you 2 years, but you will, after this course, at least you will know where you're going wrong. You will start correcting yourself. You will have tools and tips in your hand. So I said, so they were willing to. It was hardly an invest. It was just an investment of 25,000 for them. It was nothing. So I see if the person can afford it or not. As Atin was saying, I see if the person can afford it or not. And sometimes people will come randomly from Facebook or Insta, and if I would offer them 7,999, they would now have kept it that. They would find even that expensive. So then I would see, no, I have this feeling that if I have to reduce the price and help that person out, I will do it because I want to help that girl because she wants to learn from nobody else but me. So I will not hold on to the thing. No. I am going to charge this much. I said, okay, go to InstaMojo, apply this code, you'll get it.
Wow.
So I do this because I see that girl has potential or that boy has potential. Only thing the person needs to be a good, and they are very good in communicating certain things, but they're not able to speak it out. So I give them good discounts. So it's very flexible.
So
yeah,
I'll just answer on what Vandana said. I actually don't give a discount. I give them an easy payment options, right? I say, okay, if you can't pay this 75K upfront, I'm perfectly okay with that. Pay me 1/3 of it right now, and then you tell me when you're going to pay the remaining. I'm not going to ask you.
wow.
And you tell me, and you stick to it. The reason I want to do that is because I want them to take ownership, right? I don't. Okay, so everybody's got so Vandana's got a very awesome approach. In fact, very recently there's a person who reached out to me. She's in the mid 25. She wanted to do a one-on-one coaching program with me for 3 months. If it's for a corporate executive, I would have charged about 1.5 lakhs. I gave a discount. Okay, I gave a discount of 50% and said 25,000 you pay me now. The remaining 50,000 you take 1 year to pay me, no problem.
Wow.
And you have to tell me when you will pay. I'm okay with that, but you have to pay me the entire amount. I'm not going to give a further discount. Yeah, because the thing is, if they can I give that free? Maybe yes, I can give it free. Okay, but then if you give it free, they don't value. And if
Nobody will value it.
They have to know, okay, this is the value that they're getting, and they have to pay for it.
And one thing I would like to add out here that when I kept that budget of 2,000 only for the course when I started it for the first few people who sign up. So the people who came for that, from them only, now they love the course so much, they are referring people who can partner with me for marketing. They found the course so brilliant. They are telling their friends who are experts in digital marketing, so why don't you tie up with ma'am? she has such courses that will definitely help the whole world out there. And they were very simple people from Navi Mumbai, from Vashi, simple banker, a banker who's maybe a teller at the bank. It was very simple people. So giving at that cost helped me get, because and the marketing people that they are also getting referred to me are still struggling. They want to make money. They want to get into the revenue sharing thing, because when they fortunately for me, if they Google me, they will find lakhs of pages on me.
Yeah.
So that credibility was there. So then it made them feel that if we tie up with her, probably the company, and we make the company grow together and revenue sharing, even we will be earning a lot. So that helped.
So from pricing to another topic, which is how do you choose people? So let's say you have chosen your niche. You know already that's your target audience. But even then, when we talk about a one-on-one format, yeah, it's not that anybody who is still, a lot of people would still be just ready to, I can pay this much.
Yep.
But still, how do you choose people? How do you really see that, okay, apart from money, apart from everything, is this the person who I really want to take in to my course? How do you do that? Atin.
So again, as I said, one-to-one is my highest ticket offering. Okay, so I funnelize my products. So I am not selling one-to-one upfront. So only those who have went up 2 steps with me, those who know that yes, this is my value system, those who are able to tune in with me, they only come up the ladder. And then it's easier for them to pay that much amount. And it's easier for me also to accept one-to-one sessions. I will not accept one-to-one sessions with anyone. And yes, so that is my way of filtering out, if you might say that, yes, if a person spends a bit more and then he finds a value, and yes, he or she is able to spend a bit much more also. So typical, so I've funnelized it. That's how it works. And so that's how my levels of programs are also. So first level is at a very affordable level. Second level, double the cost, roughly more than double the cost, and high ticket is like it's a premium offering. So if they're really stuck, and I really don't want to do one-to-ones, and that's one thing on me. That's why I've priced it higher, because I really don't want to do many one-to-ones, because freedom is my core value, and that's what I also promote inside my course. Yeah, so and that I also promote inside the course. So that's why I kept it so high. So yes.
So Srikanth, how do you choose?
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. So when I do the one-on-one or even the group coaching, I'll just tell you the approaches. So I do something called a strategy session for the one-on-one coaching. It's about 45 minutes to 1 hour to understand whether I can really work with this person. Yeah, as you said, it's not about putting the money. It's money, time, and the effort, right? So we have that conversation, and then I give a homework for the person to come back to me. If that person does the work and comes back to me, then I sign up. Otherwise, I don't. The thing is that if you have taken the money and if the client is not willing to put the work, I can't show results for them. And if they don't get results, then they're going to talk very bad about me, and I don't want to go through that, right? So the group coaching also, what happens is I do the intro call. So intro call, I provide all the information. And then if they have any questions, I allow them to ask those questions. Some people ask questions in a public forum. Some people, they're reluctant to ask those questions. So when they set up another 15 to 20 minutes call to clarify the questions. And then I really want to understand whether my program is going to be helping them to come out of the situation that they're currently going through. If they're not able to solve a current problem that they have, then I will not onboard them. For example, if somebody comes to me and say in this particular program they are looking at dropping their full-time job and wants to do something in their own, this particular program doesn't help, right? I might as well send them to Atin, because I know Atin does something similar to that. In fact, in my introduction calls, I tell them, look, I have a network of more than 100 coaches. I may not be the right person. If you want help, I will find you the right coach. So that's what I tell them.
Great.
Now I know Atin can do that for me.
Thank you for that.
Vanna, how do you choose your coaches?
Well, as of now, I don't have any system of choosing people because I've just started out. But yes, for the life coaching and Kindle the Phenomenal You program, I do something what Srikanth does. I have strategy calls, and then I have discovery sessions, and I realize that okay, this is something. If the person wants to go into the fitness thing, I cannot coach in that. You know, then I say I have a number of coaches I know who dealing in fitness. Now I know someone else, Srikanth also. So I will send you there because I cannot. I'm not an expert in fitness. You know, okay, internal transformation I am, internal healing I am, spirituality I am, speech coaching I am, but not something. I'm not a business coach.
Yeah.
So I'll refer it to someone who's a business coach. Just to take the money, I cannot take the money.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now the next step. Yes, you have gone online and saying yes, you have decided the pricing. How you are going to select the people? But then it comes to so before marketing, it's about creating your brand. Yeah. So how do you go about that? So when you start, how do you brand yourself as a coach? How do you go about that? Yeah, starting with you, Vanna.
Okay. See, I would say I'm not a brand as a coach, but I was a brand as a speaker, an anchor, and a singer. So I guess I use that to my advantage. And of course, the net being full of my videos, it was a testimonial to me being good as a speaker. So I don't know. People take it for granted. If the person speaks well, the person will be able to teach well too. Because even when I am doing my shows, when I'm making short videos, let's say I made a video on breathing techniques, I will I would say that entire record that entire video as though I'm a teacher, I'm a coach. Now this is how you do it. So when they see those videos, they realize that person can teach also well. This person is not only a good speaker, the person is a good teacher, coach also. So she will be able to do justice today.
Mhm.
So that's how the brand starts building slowly, slowly, slowly. And of course, and then you have to have a wonderful logo, a lovely banner, all those things have
Yeah,
to be great.
that's a
Your
lot.
branding,
Yeah.
your logo, now the name, the color font you choose, everything has, and that has to be hammered on every platform. Every in your videos, it has to fit in. It has to fit in on links. See, I'm not a great gizmo thing, but I try to edit my videos myself. I'm nothing to do. And I just keep on putting them up on YouTube. I put them on LinkedIn. I share on WhatsApp. I keep forwarding it to all my groups and broadcast groups. So
Great.
of
So
course
it's more
that
about
helps in
leveraging content and your past work to build that
work.
credibility and write on
Absolutely,
that. Yeah. Okay.
absolutely,
Great.
absolutely.
What about you, Srikanth?
So to be very honest, I have not and I'm not done a great job on that. So right now, after doing the introduction sessions, I just send them to my LinkedIn page. I don't even have a website yet. It's still getting built, right? I'm in the online coaching business, but the website is not ready. Okay, we'll get
Oh,
that done.
you have a Superpro page, but yeah.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah, I'm
so
super
that's my
prepared.
presence.
Yeah.
That's my only presence right now, right? In the internet, that's my presence, and LinkedIn is my presence, and Facebook. So I direct them to those pages to go and read the testimonials. That's it, right? And that's all is being done right now. However, as you asked, branding is a very important thing,
Very
which
important.
we'll get the website done first, and then we'll figure out how to get the branding down. Maybe if Atin is an expert, then I will reach out to him as well.
Great.
Right.
So Atin, over to you.
So I've done a bit of branding. So although I don't do it professionally, but yes. So I'll say this. I'll give very simple steps to branding. Okay. And this I've also talked in one of my videos, a very basic branding, but choose a color, choose one. Okay. Black and white is always there. Choose one, go with it. Don't fall into so many colors. You can start with one, whatever you find best. Okay. So that is step number one. Step number two is get a logo. Okay. Either a name logo or a brand logo, whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
In that color.
Yeah.
Step number three, get templates for all your postings. If you are doing a YouTube, get a template of how your cover should look like. If you're doing a Facebook post, get a template. That works in the long run. And then you can always change that, but templatized saves your time, saves your effort on going every time and thinking how should I design the cover of my this video. Go with a template. And then you make a content plan. Okay. It also comes under branding because then you are trying to expand your influence. So make a content plan and follow it. So I have a 100-question content bank ready. So I've sat down for 2-3 hours and then I've come up with 100 topics. And I've made a calendar. Earlier I did, so February, March, April. So I made a calendar, this day, this post, this day, this post, this day, this post, and this platform. And just follow it blindly. So this, once you do this consistently, your branding starts to come through. Again, so consistent is the word. So then yes, so your website, so same color, your website needs to be there. So pick a template, go ahead, get that version 1 of the website out. So that, and yes, as Vanna said, every social profile that you have should pass across the same message. Everything should be same, and you need to also get a professional photo shoot done.
And hashtags.
Hashtags, yes, hashtags.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic tip that Atin gave. I did a lot of research along with my son. We got the first one done. We are just decided on one color. We are just going to go with that color only. Yeah, it's done. So my brochure is there on the LinkedIn. You will know that it's just one color that I've used. Just we got a simple logo done. That's it.
Great.
And then that's the same thing that we have to do on the website and keep it very simple. Absolutely simple, so that it doesn't distract the people with so many colors and so
I
much
did
of
something
stuff.
different.
Anyway,
I
that's
did
too much
something
information.
different. I did. You know what I did? I have a friend who's a numerologist and a tarot reader. So, and she's a very sweet lady. She doesn't charge me anything. So she keeps. She said, "No, your logo has your color. Lucky color is red and yellow. And make a logo of VV Vaadera. Very simple. It should have an infinity sign under it because you have to be flowing all the time. It has to have an infinite sign under it. Put a circle around it, and the circle should be cut from east, west, north, south. So that all the corners of the world, you are infinitely flowing. So I explained this to the graphic guy, and there, my logo is there. Very simple, neat, clean, blend of yellow and red. Inside the circle, 2 V's. And under the V, there's an infinity, and the infinity also has a shadow. Very simple, but it made a lot of sense if you look at it. And she changed the name of my spelling, Vanndana, Vaadera, Lifestyle Training Academy. She says your lucky number is 6, the entire thing should add up to 6. And that's it, and it was very simple.
Great.
It just worked.
Okay. So now, one of the things that's happening is that's now, since you're in front of the screen during the coaching session, okay, how do you really multitask? Because in the physical world, when we are doing it face to face, you could go to the whiteboard, you could scribble, or you could use the chart, do something, or while you are talking to people, you engage in the discussion. The people are discussing, you are making notes. Now you have to be just in front of the screen. So how do you multitask if you need to? Do you need to multitask? First part, and second, how do you do it?
Okay, for me personally, that has been an advantage. So I don't multitask, right? So one-on-one coaching, of course, I don't multitask at all. My phone is switched off. My phone is on silent, or my Wi-Fi is off so that it doesn't notifications don't come. So one-on-one coaching is purely I'm just being in the present with my client in front of the screen. That's about it, right? And yeah, you said the good things. So when you're in a physical section, you got the whiteboard and the projector and all, so many things. In fact, now come to think of it, those are all distractions. Really, those are all distractions. Now I have a PowerPoint slide which is there, and then I have my participants in the screen, and then the PowerPoints are aiding me. Just it's just an aid for me to have that conversation with them, right? So no multitasking at all. I'm just talking to them, and if I have to pause and give them some work to do, then I just make myself visible in the video screen and say, "Okay, I'm there. I'm not gone anywhere. I'm not, remove my video or put myself on mute, and I'm just in front of them, and they're doing the work that I've assigned for them during the coaching session. No multitasking at all. Zero."
Great. Anyways, so Atin, what's your take on it?
So, as Srikanth said, I also don't do multitasking in the sense that I don't pick up any phones. So again, phones are all on the silent, and I lock the room. Okay, but as you do in a physical presentation, as you need some sort of whiteboard, because as coaches and before then coaches, as even as salespeople, we need to at least get that attention and.
Yeah, Vanna, it's good.
Yes, Vanna, you're clear now.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Great.
So
Yeah.
I definitely find the need of something called as whiteboard that is there that I need to either push the sale or maybe to explain the concepts. And so I have a couple of tools ready which I use it with the medium. Like I use MindNode for giving a whiteboard effect or some kind of collaboration tool so that I can give a whiteboard effect. And that's the whole amount of multitasking I do. And for creating an experience, I can play music at the start of my webinar or my group calls, and that's all I do. So these are 2-3 things that I do. Other than that, no other multitasking at all.
Vanna, what about you? Do you
Almost
multitask or how is it? Yeah.
No, not much multitasking. I have my PPTs, and of course, I do all my PPTs. And if I have to make them do some meditation, then I put on a meditation music. I have recorded my own voice, an guided angel meditation, which is there on YouTube. So I unplug my headphones and I connect it so that they can hear it from the speaker of the MacBook, and I make them meditate because this is a part of the module. So because I believe until they are totally relaxed, they will not be able to absorb anything. Their coding will still remain negative. They will be the positivity won't be able to be generated. So other than that, I use screen sharing, of course, if I have to show them something very interesting. If I have to share, let's say I'm telling them a story. Storytelling is a very part of my component, how to write a speech. So I'm telling them a story, a real story that happened in my life. Let's say I'm telling them about the Microsoft show that I had in Bangalore in 2002, where Rajeshwari Lumba was singing and I was anchoring, but I opened the show with a song and the ramp was long. There was supposed to be a fashion show, and I am singing, I'm singing, I'm singing, I'm singing. I reach the end of the stage and I fall down. And I don't, and just to bring a little bit of humor into it, I'm telling them a story. And my heel got stuck in the confetti blast. And but I didn't stop singing. I just kept on singing. Whatever. Jaisa koi meri zindagi mein. I kept on singing, trying to get my heel out of the confetti blast, shaking my legs up, and people are smiling. And they're absolutely bewildered. What is she up to? But the show rocked. It rocked. It brought humor. It brought a smile. If my falling into a confetti blast brought a smile on the audience's face, well, it worth it. I wouldn't mind falling down. And then I showed them the relevant picture of that show, Microsoft show, with me on the stage. Of course, thankfully, I didn't have a picture of me stuck inside the confetti blast. But yeah, so I share the screen, I share the story, or I share the picture of that thing. So that is all I think I do, and of course, your PPT. These two are the main things, and music. Music, definitely. Music for the meditation. Yeah, this is what I do. You've got some questions coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a dancer. I want to start online classes.
Yeah, that's from Amay. Yeah.
Amay. Well, Amay, I know a lot of dance troupes who have started online classes. There's this dance troupe called Zenith. They are quite big now. So what there are a lot of these websites called Teachable, Thinkific, where you can develop your course. First, you decide what you want to teach in the dance. What is it a beginner level, advanced level, or high level? First, you decide what the course is. Then you decide what are you going to teach in the first class, second, how many classes is going to be, how many hours of coaching is it going to be, and what is the duration of the whole thing. Then what are you going to teach in the first module, second module, third module? First, make it syllabus. And then probably if you want to give one-on-one, you can launch your courses on all these groups where if you want to put your videos, you can put your videos also, and you can teach live also. But the thing is, you can either first take the free package, develop your course. They also help you to develop the course also. It's called as Thinkific. I just write it down, and Teachable. I learned about it recently, so I'm going to use it.
Sure. So yeah, in fact, Atin has been using. I know Atin has been.
I use Teachable. Yeah.
Teachable, yeah. But I think the fees of Teachable is becoming very expensive now, is it?
No, I've been paying the same fees, so.
Oh, okay. I heard this is becoming very expensive.
Okay. So now, in the interest of time, final some tips. So for people who are watching, we got a lot of registrants, so people who are aspiring coaches. So
Vidya has asked a question here. Please, since you have spoken to all three of you, one thing I found common in all of you is how you mentioned positivity and positive thinking. Positive thinking during the conversation. How important is it for coaches, trainers, mentors themselves to stay positive? Oh wow, that's a brilliant question, Vidya. And that's my favorite topic, positivity. Okay, yeah. Atin?
So it's very important for coaches, trainers, and mentors to stay positive, because if you are not positive, your vibes will pass off to your students or to whom you are actually coaching. Your vibes will pass on to them. How can you be someone who you are not? So yes, it's very important to stay positive. And how to stay positive? You got to keep work on yourselves to stay positive. So I listen to affirmations. I have certain audio and videos which actually I listen to every day. I have to reprogram my mind to stay positive, and those help me stay positive, because your environment is definitely stronger than you. There is really, you need to work on yourselves, and if possible, try to recognize what is getting you those negative vibes.
I can insert an ad here. Watch Pro Talks. That's one of the reasons why we have been featuring professionals here, because we realize forget about everything what we are reading, etc., but even just the simple thing that you're watching someone share their journey and talk about it, and that itself makes you positive. Okay, yes, I can do it.
Yes, absolutely. So I would like to add out here what I have been a positive person ever since I remember. I think we spoke about that last time. As a child, I always used to say that I'm a magician, I'm a witch, I can cast a spell. I'm a witch, I cast a spell. My mother used to say, "Why do you say you're a witch?" I said, "Because I am. I mesmerize everybody. Everybody comes under my spell." But today when I think of it, I laugh. But it was a positive affirmation I was saying when I was a little child. I didn't even know I was saying it. Yeah. And my mother would always tell me, "You are a winner. Anything you put your hand into, you will emerge as a winner." Right? So, "Oh, I'm a winner. Anything I put my hand into." So this coding was there inside me. It was a belief system that I am successful. So I would always remain positive. So maybe in between when I moved to Bombay, there was a phase that I went in a low state because somehow that city gets onto you. That city is something. Bombay, they will say, "But it's a beautiful city and this and that is better than Delhi." But no, I feel Bombay can get on your nerves if there's no work there. You start feeling lost there. You feel there's so much of competition there. But 3 years before, I came in touch with my, I call him my divine friend. I don't call him my guru. He's like my buddy, Dada Shriji. He's in Calcutta, Maharashtra. So he is like, I did courses from him. I did board 1, board 2, board 3, board 4. Now he's coming up with more courses. And these are spiritual courses. They are all learning from our Vedas and Bhagavad Gita, from where all this Anthony Robbins and all these people have picked up points and develop their courses. So I did these courses with him, and I learned so much about the soul's journey, how a soul is born, where did the soul come from, how it is given in the Quran, how is it given in the Bhagavad Gita, how the soul has to transcend to the seventh level to reach the divine, how everybody is born from the same source. A lot of spiritual things I learned, which were scientific. How I learned how scientists have discovered where the soul resides in a place in the heart called SI node. If you Google it, you'll find it. SI node. So I realized that, oh my God, since that day, all those things that they taught me, I'm forever in a 24/7 happy state. I never go into a low state. I'm always happy. And even like a dog bit me day before yesterday so badly, he tore my leg apart. And I said, oh God, why do you have to do this? Chalo koi baat nahi. Doctor ke paas bhagte hain, injection lagate hain, I don't want to end up with this. It's street dogs with me. So nothing gets me down. I never go into a depression. I never go into a low state. I'm always positive because of all these things happening in my life. I feel that all this spirituality in a scientific way is helping me. And it's all, yeah, this thing has really helped me to stay positive always. And for a coach to be positive is so important because that's the only way your vibes will transfer to your coachee. So it's very important. Yeah.
So Srikanth, how do you manage to stay positive?
It is super important, regardless of what is happening in your own world. I mean, it's not that coaches are all perfect and everything is going hunky-dory for them. Now, we are also going through a lot of our own challenges. When you are in front of the client, you have to be absolutely positive. I mean, Vanndana and Atin have already spoken about, the vibes. Vibes really, even though it is online and remote, vibes really, it's like Wi-Fi, it goes. So there is a famous a motivation speaker called Zig Ziglar. I mean, he passed away a long time ago. He mentioned that motivation is taking a bath, like taking a bath. Yeah, you can't just take a bath one day and say, okay, I'm going to stay motivated for like another 1 month. So every day you have to do something. Atin said about affirmations and listening to some videos, and I do it on a daily basis. I mean, if you ask me, not daily basis, I mean on a regular basis throughout the day. Yeah. So you have to keep. I mean, you have to choose what works for you and then keep listening to it, because I run. So during running, I'm just listening to either Dennis Waitley or Tony Robbins, or there are so many speakers that I listen to, and I keep reading books. And I have a goal. I mean, my office room, everything that I do is here. So there are some 1,000 books. I just pick up a book and just read something. I have a big goal which is stuck on the wall, and whenever I feel down, I just look at the goal and I say, okay, now get back up. Enough of whining.
My latest goal is now I have to buy a house in the mountains where it snows 3 months. That's there on my wall.
I actually have can you just see the vision board on just in my background? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got a similar one, a vision board in my bedroom. I have it in my bedroom, and I get up and I look at it.
That is there. So vision board is there.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we are almost towards the time. Some final comments from you. So I'll just come up with a number. So 3 tips to be a successful coach online. Atin.
Yeah. Okay, Atin, go first.
3 tips to be a successful coach online. Okay. First is don't shy away from selling. Okay. That is the first tip. Second is work on yourselves consistently. And third tip is have a serving intent.
Wow.
That's what I can give.
True.
Srikanth.
Yeah, keep learning, keep experimenting, and then just be genuine.
Absolutely. This is what I think almost all similar. But yes, I would like to add, stay positive always. Be always in a gratitude mode. If you are thanking all the time, it will neither your ego will increase, neither your ego will burst up. And when you're in gratitude, you will always be a giver. You will always give. So it should not be about taking, it should be about giving. And lastly, you have to get your content first. Keep working on your content. Keep discovering new content, developing new content. Because as they say, everything is about change. You write something, somebody comes up with a better code. You develop something, so there's always competition going on. So you have to keep on reinventing and writing, new content. So thanks, Srikanth. It was amazing.
Yes. Great. Wow. So we managed to, in spite of all the glitches, we were able to.
But a very nice session. Thank you so much, GT. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
thanks.
Atin.
Thanks,
Thank you,
GT.
Srikanth. Amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Yes.
GT, for the opportunity to come and share the experiences, and it's been an impromptu session, and I really loved it.
Yes, I liked it.
Yeah,
Very nice.
candid
Very good
talk,
session.
yeah.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you, all of you. It was really wonderful, and those of you who are watching, yes, thanks a lot for tuning in, and thanks for supporting us in spite of the glitches. The session will be available, the recorded version, on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere it will be available, and you will be able to reach out to our panelists on their Superpro pages. The links will be there in the description and the comments. And with that, thanks again to you guys, Atin, Srikanth. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I look forward to your continued support again to Superpro.
Yeah.
With that, thank you. Have a great
Thanks,
day.
Gaurav. Thank you, Atin.
Yes, bye-bye. Yes,
you,
thanks,
guys.
Srikanth.
Bye.
Thanks, GT. Bye.